Last year, I reviewed the first installment of Peter Jackson's take on J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings in the Fellowship of the Ring. Now, let's talk about its sequel, The Two Towers, which is celebrating its 20th anniversary this year. Big D's! Entertainment rankings and reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Doyle, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2002 epic fantasy adventure flick, The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, released by New Line Cinema, directed by Peter Jackson, from a screenplay by Fran Walsh, Philippa Boyens, Stephen Sinclair, and Jackson himself, based on the second volume of the Lord of the Rings series by J.R.R. Tolkien, the sequel to The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. And it was released in the U.S. on this day, December 18, 2002. Henceforth, today is the film's 20th anniversary. Anyway, now it features an ensemble cast. Most of them are returning from the first film, including Elijah Wood, Sir Ian McKellen, Liv Tyler, Viggo Mortensen, and others: Sean Astin, Cate Blanchett, John Rhys Davies, Bernard Hill, Christopher Lee, Billy Boyd, Orlando Bloom, Hugo Weaving, plus Brad Dourif, Carl Urban, and Andy Serkis as Gollum. Now, the story continues the plot of the previous film, and it intercuts three storylines as Frodo and Sam continue their journey towards Mordor to destroy the One Ring, being and joined by Gollum, the ring's former keeper. Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli come to the war-torn nation of Rohan and are reunited with the resurrected Gandalf before fighting against the legions of the treacherous wizard Saruman at the Battle of Helm's Deep. And Merry and Pippin escape capture and meet Treebeard at the end and help to plan an attack on Isengard, fortress of Saruman. This was pretty big and it became a big success. Now, before I get into the story, if you haven't seen my review of The Fellowship of the Ring yet, I advise you to click on that card and go to and it'll take you to the review, so that way you can catch it or see it again if you'd like. I'll give you a few more seconds. Now I'm doing. Okay, on with the story. Awakening from a dream of Gandalf fighting the Balrog in Moria, Frodo Baggins finds himself along with Samwise Gamgee lost in the Emmenmuil near Mordor. They discover that they are being tracked by Gollum, a former bearer of the One Ring. Capturing Gollum, Frodo takes pity and allows him to guide them, reminding Sam that they will need Gollum's help to infiltrate Mordor. Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli pursue a band of Uruk-hai to save their companions Merry and Pippin, entering the kingdom of Rohan. The Uruk-hai are ambushed by a group of Rohirrim, allowing Merry and Pippin to escape into Fangorn Forest. Meeting Aragorn's group, the Rohirrim's leader, Eomer, explains that he and his men have been exiled by Rohan's king, Theoden, who is under the control of Saruman and his servant, Grima Wormtongue. Excuse me, I'm getting a little tongue-tied here. Eomer believes Merry and Pippin were killed during the raid, but leaves the group two horses. In Fangorn, Aragorn's group encounters Gandalf, who, after his fight against the Balrog, was resurrected as Gandalf the White to help save Middle-earth. Gandalf leads the trio to Rohan's capital, Edoras, where Gandalf frees Theoden from Saruman's control. Aragorn stops Theoden from executing Wormtongue, who flees. Learning of Saruman's plans to destroy Rohan and his Uruk-hai army, Theoden evacuates his citizens to the fortress of the Hornburg at Helm's Deep. Gandalf departs to find Ilmer and his followers, hoping they will fight for their restored king. Aragorn befriends Theoden's niece, Eowyn, who becomes infatuated with him. When the refugees traveling to Helm's Deep are attacked by Saruman's warg-riding orbs, Aragorn falls from a cliff and is presumed dead. Sorry for the noise. He has found my Theoden's horse, Brago, and rides to Helm's Deep, witnessing Saruman's army marching to the fortress. In Rivendell, Arwen is told by her father Elrond that Aragorn will not return. He reminds her that if she remains in Middle Earth, she will outlive Aragorn by thousands of years, and she reluctantly departs for Valinor. Elrond is contacted by Galadriel of Lothlorien, who convinces him that the elves should honor their alliance to men, and they dispatch an army of elves to Helm's Deep. In Fangorn, Merry and Pippin meet Treebeard and Ent. Convincing Treebeard that they are allies, they are brought to an Ent council, where the Ents decide not to take part in the coming war. Pippin asks Treebeard to take them in the direction of Isengard, where they witness the deforestation caused by Saruman's war effort. Enraged, Treebeard and the Ents storm Isengard, trapping Saruman in his tower. Now I'm going to go to the ending and final act. If you know what this means, you have 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below. Fast forward to the time below. If you've seen the movie already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. Aragorn arrives at Helm's Deep, bringing word that Saruman's army is close and Theoden must prepare for battle despite being vastly outnumbered. The army of elves from Lothlorien arrives, as does Saruman's army, and a battle ensues. The Uruk-hai breach the outer wall with explosives, and during the ensuing charge kill the elves' commander Haldir. The defenders retreat into the keep, where Aragorn convinces Theoden to meet the Uruk-hai in one last charge. At dawn, as the defenders are overwhelmed, Gandalf and Eomer arrive with the Rohirrim, turning the tide of the battle. The surviving Uruk-hai flee into Fangorn Forest and are killed by the trees. Gandalf warns that Sauron will retaliate. Gollum leads Frodo and Sam through the dead marshes to the Black Gate, but recommends they enter Mordor by another route. Frodo and Sam are captured by rangers of Ithilien, led by Faramir, a younger brother of the late Boromir. Frodo helps Faramir catch Gollum to save him from being killed by the Rangers. Learning of the One Ring, Faramir takes his captives to Gondor to bring the ring to his father, Denethor. Passing through the besieged city of Osgiliath, Frodo tries to explain to Faramir the true nature of the ring, and Sam explains that Boromir was driven mad by its power. Nazgul nearly captures Frodo, who fails. I'm sorry, I'm getting too. Sorry. Who falls under the ring's power. But Sam saves him and reminds him that they are fighting for the good still left in Middle-earth. Impressed by Frodo's resolve, Faramir releases them. Feeling betrayed, Gollum decides he will reclaim the ring by leading Frodo to her upon arriving at Cirith Ungol in the story. So, what did I think of The Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers? Well, I will say that it was very good, and why have you? It was great to continue after the Fellowship of the Ring, and it was just so incredible. Anyway, I really liked the final act with the battles and what have you. That was really epic and exciting. And, well, it became the highest grossing film of 2002. It's gotten good reviews, even on Rotten Tomatoes, where they say that this film balances spectacular action with emotional storytelling, leaving audiences both wholly satisfied and eager for the final chapter, which I will be doing next year, which will be The Return of the King. So I do apologize if you're waiting eagerly for that. But anyway, The Two Towers was really good. It went on to make 936 million worldwide, and would become and again became the highest grossing film of 2002 and third highest grossing film of all time at the time of its release, behind Titanic and Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Now, originally it made 936 million originally, but then after subsequent reissues it has now made 947 million. Like its predecessor and sequel, this is widely recognized as one of the greatest and most influential films ever made. It received numerous accolades and was nominated for 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, and winning for Best Sound Editing and Best Visual Effects. I think that was really good. And well, like its predecessor, it would later get an extended version the next year with 45 minutes of additional material not shown in theaters, which I haven't seen. I haven't seen the extended versions of any of these. With a runtime of 179 minutes, which just misses the 3-hour mark by 1 minute, it's still an epic thrill ride. With our cast, we got Elijah Wood back as Frodo. He does it real good. Ian McKellen as Gandalf. He's once again very good. Viggo Mortensen plays Aragorn, and Sean Astin as Samwise. They were good too. Of course, that's Sam for short. Andy Serkis once again does the voice of Gollum and motion capture. Billy Boyd plays Peregrine. Dominic Monaghan plays Meriadoc Brandybuck, or Mary, as you know as. John Rhys Davies plays Gimli. Orlando Bloom plays Legolas again. We have Bernard Hill as Theoden. Christopher Lee once again plays Saruman. Hugo Weaving is once again Elrond. We have Liv Tyler as Arwen once more. Kate Blanchett as Galadriel. Sean Bean as Boromir. Let's see. We have Miranda Otto as Eowyn. David Wim as Faramir, and Brad Dourif as Wormtongue, and Carl Urban as Eomer. Oh, the list goes on. Still, I gotta say, again, Two Towers was definitely another good epic experience. It also has a great score from Howard Shore. He did a great job on that. So, anyway, I've got to say, it's awesome. Mm-hmm. Now, I do recall it remembering the Best Movie Award, the MTV Movie Awards, just like its predecessor. Anyway, The Two Towers is definitely a good film, so overall, would I recommend it? I would say hell yeah. If you are a hardcore completionist or a big fan of The Lord of the Rings, then you must watch it. It is great. It's got most of the same great cast and characters we remember from the last film, and lots of other things. Good score, good action sequences, everything. So, what are your thoughts on The Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you my review of one of the films I was just talking about that this film came right behind, and that would be Titanic, which is celebrating its 25th anniversary. I know I'm a little eager to do this. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, check out my reviews for these other films. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, which came out the same year this did. The upper right hand corner is my review of Avatar from 2009. Or if you want to see what came before the Fellowship, go to the or the Two Towers, go to the bottom left hand corner and see my review of The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, which recently celebrated, which is turning 10 this year. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.